In this video, I'm going to go over this laser and how to utilize it. So if you have this laser, I'm just going to go over the basics of how to use it. If you do not have this laser, you can skip this video. But to start off with, this particular laser is one that I've been utilizing for a long time on horses, dogs, and people. It works really well. It's been really durable for me so far. I have had a couple students that have had the glass break, and the company will replace it. They'll send you replacement glass, which I've been told is really easy to replace. I haven't had that problem yet. I think it happens more in cold weather, because that's what I've heard from my students is they had it out in really cold temperatures. So that's probably what the issue was. But this laser, it does come with the plug, so you can plug it in to charge it. But it's battery operated, so it's cordless when you're using it, which is really convenient when using it with horses especially. It has two different wavelengths available to it. It has both the 650 nanometer wavelength and also 808. So there's different diodes that are going to give you both of those wavelengths. To turn it on, we're just going to push this little button in the center, and we're going to hold it for a few seconds. For the time, you can change it by hitting this button right here that looks like a clock, and every time you hit it, it's just going to change the time setting until you get to the time that you want to be at, with 15 being the lowest. And then if you want to change the intensity of it, there's 3 different intensity modes on this. Right now it's on 2, which would be the medium intensity. So if we want to do superficial tissues, we'll go to the lowest, which would just be those 3 dots. If we want to add to it, we're just going to push on this plus button, and that's going to be the medium intensity. And if we push it one more time, that's going to be the highest. The highest is when we're trying to get deeper to the deeper tissues. And then we're going to push this button to start it. So I'm going to start it for you. You can see it glowing. Those are those diodes. And then I have it on the pulse setting. In the course, we'll talk about whether you want to do pulsed or constant, depending on what you're trying to achieve. So if you want to change this to the constant, you're just going to go ahead and click the button to the left. It looks like a little circle with arrows, and that's going to change the make it constant rather than pulsing. If you want to go back to pulsing, just push that button again and it'll start pulsing. And then to turn it off, or to stop it, we're going to push the middle on and off button again, this button. You can see the screen still lit up, showing us how much time went by. We were at 15, we're down to 14, 16 seconds. So now we're going to turn the unit off completely by holding this button for a few seconds, and you see it goes off. So that's how to use this. It's a pretty simple tool. And if you have this particular laser, you can use it for the applications that we're going to talk about in this course. If you have a different laser, that's completely fine. You're just going to want to follow the instructions for your laser on how to turn it on and use it and do the settings.